Hi, my name is Joe Startup, and I'm here to help you start up simply. Simply start up. Let's talk about preparing a company presentation. My friend John asked me how to put together a presentation for potential advisors and partners, and how to do a presentation for investors. I explained that one well-done presentation that is updated regularly can serve many different audiences. Let's look at an example. Here we are in the Google Drive, and there are three presentations: the Joe Startup draft presentation, the example presentation for a product company, as well as an example presentation for a service company. So have a look at these once you go through the draft presentation. So let's click through to the draft presentation. Now, the main goal of a presentation, it actually evolves over time. In the beginning, it really serves as a cheat sheet for what sort of questions you need to answer. And as you do the Joe Startup business creation platform, you'll find that you end up learning more and more pieces, and you'll be able to clarify. So this presentation should be updated for that reason. In the beginning, you'll use it as a cheat sheet. It'll probably evolve to you communicating to advisors and team members about what needs to be done. And ultimately, if you continue to develop this piece, this presentation could be used to create an investor presentation to raise money. So let's go through the specific slides. Do note at the bottom of each page there are notes which will help serve as prompts for what needs to be done. And don't worry if you can't answer all of these questions. In many of them you may not in the first go around, but as you do more modules you'll be able to complete them. So this is fairly straightforward. You've got the title and the tagline. In the Create Product Summary, we define what the product and service is, what the key features are, as well as how it's developed and made. In the Tell Customer Experience, we define who the customer is, how the customer finds out about the product, what problem is being solved, the key benefit, and where the customer is currently buying. The Tell Opportunity, we talk about market size, how is the problem being solved today, which competitors are being used, how are you differentiated from your competitors' products, and what's your key message. In the Sell Distribution, we're talking about how is the product getting sold to the customer? What is the path? What are the key steps in the sales process? What are the key sales measurements? And ultimately, what Salesforce type are you going to use? In the Run Key Processes, we define what the key processes are for the business, as well as we lay out what the open questions, what are the known unknowns, as well as what are the next steps with the key deliverables and the dates. In the Run Management Team, we lay out the name, the title, and the relevant experience of each of the folks. And in the Run Financial Summary, we lay out what year one sales and profits are, when the company breaks even, what the total investment requirement is, as well as the return to investor. Now we have a cash budget module which will take you through all this towards the end of the program. And finally, really the most important slide, which is the ask. What sort of help are you looking for? In the beginning stages, if you're looking for advisors, you want to ask specifically what sort of help you want from them, what sort of time requirements there are, or even when you're talking to vendors, what would you like them to do for you? Are there special terms? And finally, with the investor, of course, you want to be very clear with how much money you're raising and how much you're willing to pay for that. So there you go. You are all ready to start up a draft presentation. The key is to keep the presentation updated and add or subtract pages depending on the target audience. Today we discussed preparing presentations. My name is Joe Startup, and I'm here to help you start up simply. Simply start up.